Thanks for joining, everybody. I have a live chat audience here on Ustream.tv. If you're watching on YouTube, this is a recording of a live stream and chat. If you'd like to join in the live chat, go to Ustream.tv, look for Inky Obsessions, click follow, and you should be notified when I go live. So, hopefully no more technical issues today, guys. We'll see how that works. All right, squishing my windows down here so I can get my best view of my chat. Lordy. Okay, and I have no idea what I'm going to do today. So, who do we have here? Kathy, Joan, Eileen, Kia, Dorothy, Willina, Denise, Terry, Ange, Eileen, Denise, Dorothy. Did I say Dorothy? How's everybody doing? Oh, yeah. I was a golf widow this weekend. Dave will be back later tonight. And so I thought I'd fill in some of the time with a stream with you guys. We were supposed to have French doors installed yesterday for the second try. The first time, about 5 weeks ago, the installer had his appendix ruptured the day before he was supposed to install it and almost died. Billy Floss, that's a new one. Hello, welcome. Miss Creative, hello. Is that Heidi? Yesterday, he's better. He's back to working. He's bringing the door to the house. Hey, Virginia. Had it in the back of his trailer or whatever, however he was carrying it. CB. And was coming across the Severn River Bridge down in Annapolis. A gust of wind caught the door, blew it off the trailer, and broke the door on the street. So, still have the old door in. Lordy, I don't know what I'm going to do today. So let's just start with a couple things that I got a couple things. I'll show you what I got. I saw Shannon Green using these pens, and when she recommends a pen, it's usually really, really nice. So I thought I'd try these, and these are the Odo graphic liners and like a multi-pack. I got these from Jet Pens. They weren't, I forget how much they were. They weren't that expensive. Let me see if there's no ticket. But she says they write on everything. They write over, acrylic paint and waxy things that you normally wouldn't be able to write over. She said these will do the trick. So I always trust Shannon, and I thought I'm going to grab a pack of those. Well, I remembered the name, because it won't be long that I'll have no clue what the hell she said. And that's just the way it rolls. So, there's in my little pen rack over here. And I also got and I might even have this, I don't know. But I saw this rose gold. Is it Pearlex. And I was watching Cece, and she was looking for like the perfect rose gold. And I thought I'd try to play with this a little bit. I told her if I ran across one, I'd let her know. Well, it's kind of pretty. We'll mix that with some stuff and try it out in a little bit. Hey, Tam. And I've been wanting to get this, so I finally just added it in my cart because I wasn't buying that much. So I thought, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I like gold ink. Hey, Joan, don't throw me under the bus. I'm making her spend her money. Hey, Suzanne. Oh, it's got a mixing bowl in it. This is Brilliant Gold ink. It's gold mica, and it's by Kuretake. Where? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now it's going to focus, right? It's a pretty big bottle. How big is this? How much? 2.02 ounces, 60 mil. That's a pretty good, I'll play with that too. And then I like fancy inks, and I never use them, but I feel like I have to have one when I see it. And I like some of these inks. I think, I don't know, is Gayla here? I think Gayla spent some money when I demoed some inks I got. It's been months ago now. I think it's a 1670 series. I'll show you those. But I like the way they, like, when they dry. Hey, Jean. When they dry, they show like a separate pigment in there. I'm almost wondering, hey, I wonder if I mix my primary elements in some ink. Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll figure out what I'm going to do today. This is Gentle Ink. Sailor is the color of it. Come on, you focus once for me. I know you can do it. Maybe the white background's kind of being a problem. There we go. Sheesh. And this has oh Lord. This has like a dispenser thingy in it. It's all in Japanese. But apparently there's directions on how to use this little insert that's in here. No idea. Oh, that's just the bubbles. I don't know if you can see that, what that looks like in there. It looks really cool with the bubbles. I thought it was like chunks of reflective mica or something, but oh Lordy. Oh my God. Yeah, this is all from Jet Pens. Watch me break this sucker. Oh, there we go. Well, nothing else in there. I thought there was some kind of, hang on, let me grab, oh my, oh my, oh my. I got too much crap out here. Again, trying to reach into my drawer, my little, oh, here's those other inks. Remember these little babies? Let's pull those out. We'll do something inky. A couple of those nibs out here. What is this? Black Sumi ink. All right, let's before we get too crazy, let me figure out what the hell I'm doing here and make myself some room. I know this ticks off some people on YouTube when I'm not totally prepared, but I'm never totally prepared because I don't have the time to think too much about it. I just dove in today. Did you get my email or hate me because I included a rat's bottom? Oh, I thought I replied to that, Kayla. I thought I replied. Didn't I reply? I wonder it's stuck in my outbox. Hey, Debbie. Throw some of these stamps out of my way. Give me a little elbow room. I don't think I'm going to use these again, but we'll see. I might. Who knows? You never know what I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, I'm going to show you guys this from last week. Remember I put the watercolor I embossed in platinum embossing powder, and then I watercolored over top of it on Deli, and then Daddy Vanned it, and that's where it ended up. Kind of translucent through the watercolors, right? Because they're transparent. So that's kind of cool. I'll use that for something. In a collage. There's my blue drawer. There it is. Put that in there. And these are just some of the other pages that I Daddy Vanned just for my stash. Let me separate these up. Here's the ones we did with the primary elements in the embossing, clear embossing powder. Hey, Sarah. These are just silver ones that go in my neutral drawer. Oh, here's that piece of deli I just hit with a bunch of different watercolors. Nothing, nothing special there. Don't try that at home. Get these out of my way. And is Xandra on here? I haven't seen Xandra. But for the girls coming to Maryland, I hit up Golden's to ask them if they would donate any core watercolors for Xandra's mermaid class she's going to do, where we're going to make sprays and then share the sprays. So they sent me a bunch of colors of my choice. Actually, these are just in boxes, but I'm sure they're the colors I asked for. So we'll have these tubes. Oh, look, phthalo turquoise. How'd that happen? For the watercolor class. Or for the mermaid class, rather. So that was nice of them. Thank you, Goldens. I also contacted Daniel Smith, and I've never heard back. Twice I contacted him. Twice I heard back from somebody at the store. They forwarded my request onto the warehouse, and never heard back from them. I'll follow up one more time and then give that up. Like, I hear you. I'm sure they get a lot of requests, but I wasn't asking for much in the whole scheme of things. Scheme of things, actually. Lordy, I got too much stuff out here. This is from Joggles. I like the core. They're real transparent, and they like a couple of the colors. I really like that dioxazine purple. That's the one that I use that just travels into everything and blends. I really like that. Hey, Linda. Oh, here's another rose gold experiment I got. Some of Finnabar's metallic wax. It's a new one, like kind of like the Inca Goldish kind of things, I think. And I got this one in rose gold, which actually I forgot I got, but yay for me. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. That actually smells good. Some of these smell really strong chemically. I don't know if they can see that or not. Put it on something white. Maybe have a little experiment with that. I'm glad it doesn't stink. Some of those have such a strong, like petroleum-ish kind of fuel, gasoline, strong smell to them. This actually smells pleasant. Oh, and I got this. I forgot I got this when I first went on. This has been a while since it's been down here, since I haven't opened it for a while. And this is the Dina Wakley rose gold paint called Rosie. Whoop. Huh, interesting. That's kind of cool. We'll play. We'll play. We'll play. I got this. Now, I know I have my own line of stencils, which actually we're going to be having a sale coming up pretty soon. I'm not going to be able to get my second release of pictographs in it because I just have not had the time and the brain power to put together another whole sheet of those. You can see where I was working on some in there, but it's just not going to happen. So we're going to launch with the other ones soon. But I really like this. This is one of the it's Carabelle Studios. I really like their stuff. Their stamps are so beautiful. If I stamped more than I do, I'd have some of their stamps because they're gorgeous. Is Patty an obsession with rose gold? I do a little bit, Eileen, but Cece got me hooked again. She was trying to find the perfect rose gold, and as I was shopping, I came across a couple that I wanted to try, and I told her I'd let her know what I found. But I really like this stencil, as I like to put numbers in some of my canvases when I do them, or even, you know, in a collage I could do this with, or whatever you'd use a stencil for. But I like this with the numbers. Long skinny one like that is a really odd kind of template to find. So I grabbed that because I wanted it. And I thought there was something else. This one I grabbed. I really like that with the little scattered dots that kind of fade out and get thinner. Looking for a name. Huh, doesn't have a name. TE60054 is the number on it. Oh, look at it focusing now. But I like that one for just a little bit of texture on anything. And then I got some Distress Oxides. I usually buy all this stuff at Queen's Ink, but she has been out of stock forever, and they had them on sale, so I grabbed them, which not usually what I would do, but I did in this case. So is that all I got? That's it. They pack it real nice and everything from there. Let's see. Rose gold roll to. Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote. Get that out of my face. Okay. Oh, and my love of gold ink and now of watercolors made me want to try. Oh crap. Don't need all that manpower. I got this is supposed to be really pretty, highly pigmented, gold, brilliant gold gouache. So maybe we'll play with that too. And I wanted to, Debbie sent me some cute stuff, and I forwarded an art piece on for her. It actually came to me in error. I think the wrong Orla ordered something, and I don't know, somehow the art piece got switched up and it came to me instead, and I remailed it for her. But she sent me this little package of Happy Mail for doing that for her, which was very nice. Look at my puppy. How cute is that? Looks a little like Mojo. And some little papers. Oh, napkins. Oh, these must be jelly printed napkins. Groovy. That'll make good collage fodder. Mutter and fodder. Oh, and this looks like a sewing pattern that was jelly print. Oh, it is. Oh, cool. Look at that. Oh, and numbers. Speaking of numbers, that's cool. Thank you so much for sending those, Deb. Put these in my little drawer over here. There we go. Put my little doggy picture up here. Oh, Mindy did get it. Okay, great. Yep, I was able to get to the post office that week. Oh, you saw her online, Paint Mojo? Aw. I'll have to look for that. Okay, so what are we going to do? And Laurie sent me, she said she was going to send me some ultra fine clear embossing powder, and she did. She must have ran out to the post office that day because I got it like the next day, I think. Of course, she's not that far from me. She's pretty close. All right, let me get a little situated here, and we'll see what we're going to do. Let's, I know, I saw that where you got your whole set of oxides. How nice was that? There's a couple, Linda, there's a couple Facebook groups. And of course, I can't tell you a name of one right off the top of my head. But I think if you put in art supplies in the search on Facebook, it'll lead you to them. Let's try some of this on a piece of Yupo. I'm going to use these little sample pieces since I don't really use these small ones that much. Are they Yupo? Oh, that feels like photo paper. What the hell? Hang on. There we go. What's this? Here's a small pad of Yupo. We'll try some of these experiments on here. Why don't we? I'll play with the oxides in a little while too, Suzanne. They dry to a finish that looks like it's been oxidized. You know what? I don't know if you know what's metal or your car or a lot of different materials. Well, when they oxidize, they'll get like a foggy white layer over them, and you can use different cleaners to scrub back through that and get the shine back. But it gives it kind of a white, milky tone that's kind of mixed in with the color. So let me see if I can. Well, I'll get to those and I'll show you. But they're and they once you dry the one layer, you can put in I can make a layer of my turquoise and purple and dry it, and then put on orange and yellow. It won't blend and make brown. The colors stay true if you've dried them in between. So you can really layer up on the colors and get a really cool, I don't know if I'll be able to get a really cool look, but some of the ones that I've seen are really, really cool looks to them. So let's play with some Yupo. That feels like 2 pieces. Is it really that thick? That's weird. Huh, maybe it is that thick. I wonder if it's a different weight than my usual stuff. 144 pounds. Oh, maybe so. Maybe the other's 90. I don't know. Okay, let's, oh, I wanted to get that one wide nib pen. Let's try this thing. I don't have no idea what I'm doing with these things, but what the hell, we'll try them. Probably impale myself. All right. Let's try this new ink. Well, I know Amazon is really fast sometimes, Dorothy. This is that new blue Sailor ink that I got from, where did I get it? Jet Pens. I don't know that this has mica in it, but I think it's got some in it because of how it breaks into those 2 different colors as it dries. A lot of bubbles in there. Let's see what happens. Now, I don't know. Apparently, there's supposed to be some sort of a... I want to put in there. Some sort of a thingy in here. And I bet there's instructions somewhere that tell you how to use that. Look at that froth that's on there. That's probably not good. Maybe I didn't have to shake it. I feel something in there, but I have no idea what to do with it because I don't read Japanese. I'll have to watch a a video on how to use these brand ink bottles. This is the brand again that it is. There's a bunch of really pretty colors too. There, boom, there it is. From Jet Pens. All right, let's just, I don't know, let's just stick it in here and see what happens. Don't know at all how to use these pens, but I thought I should have one. So let's see what happens. And I don't know. I know some of the different papers will show off the different property of the inks better than others. It's kind of like painting with a brush. Let me bring you guys in a little bit further. Oh crap, now when I rebooted I lost my, hang on, let me find my settings. There we go. Hey Nina. I finally got to a Michael's yesterday. Well, I've been about, that's probably my fourth trip where I was trying to go. Joan wanted the Jane Davenport watercolor palettes, and I had been to multiple times, and finally went yesterday, and lo and behold, they had them restocked. So I was able, and with 30% off the entire order. So I not only got Joan's paints, I got her a good deal on them. Now let's see if this is gonna, let me grab my rice paper too. That's one of the papers that the inks really respond to. I just have to find it, reorganize myself, and there we go, into oblivion. But this usually really responds well to these inks that kind of change the pigment. Let's see. Let's put theirs on Yupo. Wow, look how that sucks, that paper sucks that up. It almost looks black on the screen. It's very dark teal. It just pulls the ink that's piled up in this nib. It just sucks it right out of there and into the paper. Wow. And through the paper. Well, we'll see what happens. And then let me just put it on a piece of cardstock. This makes one fill of that pen go a lot longer. I don't know if it can make, oh, it can make thin lines. Huh, cool. All right, let's see what they do. Now let's do a couple of these other inks that I got. And we'll just do them all. Go, go, Gail! Hello. Did you get my emails that I've sent, Gail? Because I never get a response back from you, and I don't know if I want to make sure you're getting them when I communicate anything about the art weekend. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Gail, I'm sorry to hear that. We had a year like that in 2010. I know what that's like. It's terrible, especially around the holidays. Ugh. Good Lord. And suddenly is the worst, I think. I've had both happen, and I think that's the hardest one to take. Ooh, wow, look at that. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to use this glass nib dipping pen. Well, the money isn't due to me for the balance until the 1st of July, Gail. So don't worry about that. I had other information in some of them about when people are going to be in town, and if I was able to do a cookout, which looks like it's going to be Monday night instead of Sunday, um, who might attend, and just to get head counts and make sure if anybody was local and could drive people to Queens Inc. if they were available. So, oh wow, Gail, you've been through a lot. Oh my, I know that's a worry till you get that sorted out. But I have a friend who has the same problem and the same result, but she's going to have to go back many times for different to test different times, and that's always what it is. Right? Thanks, Gail. I knew you would drive. Um, so this feels like there's even more mica on the bottom. It feels kind of gummy on the bottom. Oh wow, really gummy. Look, like solid mica coming out of there. Of course, I'm zoomed in, so I can't really see those clumps. What the hell? All right, well, perhaps I'm supposed to shake it more. Wow. All right, let's put the lid back on. Oh, crap. And of course, I put my hand in the rice paper that's still wet. Let's see. This brilliant gold ink is perfect for writing with the brush, and the bright color stands out especially on dark paper. Shake well before using until the marbles inside make sounds. Do not mix with any other ink. Well, I can hear maybe I'm only hearing one ball. Let's just bang the hell out of this for a while, shall we? See, I go the other way, Gail. I do more than what they ask to be as aggressive as I can. To get if there's something going on, I like to know that I can get out ahead of it as hard as I can. But that's just me. Everybody's got to handle it different. Wow. Sorry, YouTubers, not a very fascinating video today for any kind of process, just kind of playing. Sheesh, let's try that. They say gold mica ink. They're not kidding, man. Well, that's not even coming up on the... Wow, I guess I don't know what I'm doing. Isn't that a shocker? Yeah, let's switch up. And let's go back and try the same pen as I used before. This is a gold Kuretake gold mica ink. And it was thick with some mica, let me tell you. So let's try it and see what happens with this one. I don't know. It's got some bubbles in it. Of course, I shook the hell out of it, so of course it's got bubbles in it. This is the cardstock. I should probably just use a brush for what I'm doing. I'm basically just brushing it on. I'm trying to look at this blue one. I don't see any of that secondary color in any of these on the blue, on any of these papers. Oh, this is just a some kind of a calligraphy nib. Oop, where is it? I'm zoomed in so I can never find my camera. It holds the inks down in this little crevice down there, and then you can run it across the paper with the fine tip or the wide stroke and different angles and stuff, give you different looks. Of course, I know enough to be dangerous as usual. Never have I proclaimed that I know what the hell I'm doing in any capacity. So if you think I do, these are pretty inks. These are those Holbein. I think they're Holbein. 1670 is the part of the branding on them. The 1670 series. Got those cool wax seals on them, and all the mica collects on the bottom, so you have to shake these up. And they mix up pretty quickly. Let's see what happens here. Will that even fit in there? Yep, barely, but it does. This really sucks up the ink. But that is actually already showing some gold in there. See that little bit of sparkly at the top? We'll let it dry. It'll probably show better. Comes out a lot smoother on the mica. I mean on the Yupo. Maybe I just like these inks better than the other one. I don't know. Seems to flow a lot better on all the different papers than the gold for sure. I'm just going to do all these different colors and let them dry, and then we'll go back and see what we got. This one, what was this one called? It's in French. It's the brown one. Patti, if I was using that pen, I would use a brush to fill the reservoir. Then you could get a fine line. For that wide nib thing, Dorothy? Yeah, I was getting a fine line when I just tipped it up. I can't remember what this one's called. All right. This one's really pretty. And this dries with some, I think it had red in it. I can already see the red in there a little bit. I can see the gold starting to show around the edge of that. Now let's hit the cardstock. And look how much of the gold is showing on the red now in this one. It's like a green and gold coming through there. So what I was thinking about is trying to use, well, next time I do like a collage or something, to use some of these with this pen just to make streaks through it. I don't know if this camera's going to pick this up, but there's red and gold coming through that brown. Come on, focus, mama. That's pretty cool looking. This one is the turquoise one. I forget the name of that one. Again, they're like all French names, so not going to be able to help you. But I got them at, did I get them at Jet Pens? I think I got them at Jet Pens. But it's J. Holbein 1670. Hey, Safia. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Sandra. I was showing them earlier. I got a little package from Golden's, and they sent me, I think, 12 core watercolors of my color choices that kind of match the palette you wanted in Daniel Smith. And they sent those to me so we can use them to make our sprays in Maryland. So you won't have to donate all your watercolors for the whole class. I got them provided. So we can make multiple sprays out of them and share the sprays. Oh my gosh! Pet Pamperer. Long time no see for sure. Herbine. Herbine. That's right, Gail. Thanks. J. Herbine. Herbin. 1670. I'm glad to see you back in the chat. This one breaks up into real pretty colors too. This one I think has some red and gold in it. I guess this is looking spotty through here because if you get any oil or anything on the Yupo, how it kind of resists. See, I can get oh, sorry, I'm off camera. Sorry. Oh, crap, now I'm in the Yupo. I'm going to shove this in there to show you where I can, just by filling it like that, Dorothy, get a fine line on it. All right, let me cap this bad boy off. Jamie. Hey, Barbara. Lou Jean. It just hit me. How long? It's been that long. It took me that long to get your name back in my head. It's so good to see you back. Okay, so let me hit this with the heat gun a little bit so we can move this along. Heat gun. Wow, that red turned almost all orange on there with that green and gold on the top of it. I'm not sure if drying this with a heat gun is going to give me the same effects as if it would air dry, but look at that gold doing on that red. See that? The brown, what's that doing? See how that purpley red's coming out of that blue? The brown still isn't showing me much on here, but it was, I have to remember what color I put that on to show the pretty parts of it. I don't know. All right. So here are the inks on Yupo. The brown didn't show me much on there. Now you saw that gold, but it kind of, as it really superheated, it kind of went away in the red. it's like a shadow there. Let's see if I can get that to flash and show you. It's still not coming in as clear in person. There we go. Hello. And then you see that reflection in that. It looks purple, but usually on the right kind of paper, when it separates out, you see the red in it. You see a bright green line down the bottom of the red where that pooled there. There you can see some of that green veining and gold up here, right? This is on cardstock. Still not showing me what I want to see. Why are you not working? What did I use before? Watercolor paper? I don't know. But anyway, the brown has a little bit of gold reflection showing in it, and just a cast of green if you hit it just right. And then the red turned like it's like solid golden green on top of it, where you don't see that brilliant red anymore. And then this one is just kind of the turquoise. Oh, wait a minute. Right in that one crease between where it goes light and dark in the middle. Let's see if I can get it in there. There's a little bit of, see that red single line in there and a little bit of the gold and green breaking out under it? It's very, must have been thicker there. It's very, what do I want to say? Subtle. That's the word I want. Hang on, I'm going to try to change my camera settings here. Get the white balance back in the middle. Save that. See if that gives me a little bit more true color. Okay, and then that was the cardstock. And this is the rice paper. Now this is the Sailor Gentle ink, I guess it is. And I must have dropped something on here, and I don't know what that was. But at the very top portion of this, it's got a real pretty turquoise sneaking through there. But it's just you can see how reflective that gold is. That's a really opaque, highly pigmented mica in there. And then the red, you can see some of that. But see how red that is compared to what it did on the cardstock? It's like the gold floated up more on the surface where this kind of sunk in more. I'm trying to catch these little subtle areas where the gold's kind of grouped up, and you might see a little flash of green in there. Or not. And then that's the brown on the rice paper. Come on. See some of the mica showing up in there, but it's not so much colors. And this down here, it's still not showing me that red and green in it like I've had it do before. What the hell did I use? I'm going to try a piece of watercolor paper. Let's try a piece of watercolor paper. Why not? Oh, mercy. Here's a piece of scrap. Hang on a minute, guys. I need to get a cold water out of my little fridge down here. Hopefully I have one. Hello. I do. Oh, Lordy. Hey, Carrie Ann. And Kimberly. Hi. All right, let's I'm going to try a different nib this time. As I said, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. So let's just see what happens. All right, let's go. Let's try these Herbean again. This is the turquoise one. I hope I can get you to show this to you, what it does, what it's supposed to do. Oops. And again with the dangerousness. Is that going to work like that? Yeah, I guess. We'll see. I don't like that one. Me no likey. Probably because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But that's okay. Let's try this thin one, this glass on here. See what happens with it. Oh yeah, that works good on here. Look how much ink that carries on this. That was me skipping, not the ink. Try to keep it in contact with the paper so you can see how far that one dip goes. Holy mackerel. Now it's starting to get spotty. Hold it up so more gravity takes that last little bit out of there. Now it's starting to fade. Wow, that's out of one dip. Look at that lovely picture. Oh, you know what? It might have been on Deli. Was that on Deli? Starting to see a little bit of something on there. Oh, don't break the damn tip. Let me, what's this one do? Good dip indeed, Eileen. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I remember taking pictures of when I used this ink. To show that brilliant green. Let's do a couple different things here. Some watercolor paper. And this is on Deli. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe nothing else. Maybe it's just not going to be my ink day. Oh, you know what? A lot of that settled, dumbass. Let me try it again. Oop, I said that out loud. Let's try that again a little bit. That's a real sketchy line. But sometimes when it pulls like that, that's when you see those different colors. So that's okay. This is rough watercolor paper too. Let's see what that does. Now we'll cap her off. See how quickly it settles? But these shake up a lot quicker. See, it's almost shaking up. Yeah, Gail, we don't want you to miss out. We want to spend your money too. All right, so this is on Deli. This is the brown one. And then let's do one over here with the wide one. do a little scribbling. Get a little bit to puddle a little over there. All right, and let's do, what did I do? This. Hang on. Oh, wow, that was still a lot of, I'm glad I put that in water, because there was a lot of ink, blue ink still in that nib. Some of these nibs surprise you what they can hold. All right, put the brown away. And the red one, shake that up again. All right, where's this? Let's do big nib, some of the red. And let's do some scribbles with the red. Let some of it puddle up a little bit. All right, let's see what happens here. Patty, what is the name of the brown again? You know what? I didn't say what it was because I couldn't remember and probably couldn't pronounce it if I did. But it's all J Herbine, Herbin. 1670 is the brand. And it's something like, oh God, it's in French. I don't know how. I can't remember it to even try to pronounce it because it was in French. So hang on a second. What is that nib used for it, Patty? I think it's calligraphy, Zandra. Hang on, let me. All right. Well, while this dries, let me pop over here for a second. Let's see. Okay, the red is called Rouge Hematite. That one's Rouge Hematite. And the turquoise is Emerald of Shiver. Chivor, Shiver. I don't know how to say it. That's this turquoise one. And the brown one is, oh my God. Hang on, let me copy and paste it before I hack up the name. Carub, yeah, whatever the hell that is. Carub de Chypre. Who knows? I don't know, but that's the brown one. All right, let's see what's happening here. Now I can see a little bit better result than the piece, the big blob of blue there. Let's see if it'll focus and show you. It's kind of dark, but it's red at the top. Hello. They're really hard to capture. There you go. You can see a little bit of that red where it's going around the edges, and come on, focus. Come on. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Both my puppies. What you doing? Look at the red where it's showing you the green around all the edges there. Green and gold mixed up. Come on. Oh, this camera hacks me off sometimes, I'm telling you. There you go. There we go. There. Come on. What a pain in the butt. There we go. Well, you kind of get it, right? It's just not going to cooperate with me fully. But look at the blob over here now as it's drying. See that green breaking out on the top? And the, let's see, the brown, still not showing me too much. I see some gold in it. Sometimes the red is more prominent when it breaks out than that. Let me try to get that one in there while it's almost focusing. Nope, I can't get it. You can see a little bit of it there. It's not near as prominent. Let's see if I can get it to show up here in this top. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this top edge, the first stroke I put on there. See, like the edges are showing in the red. And this blob of red right here is starting to dry down a little bit to show some of that green in there. See that? What's going on over here on the deli? What's happening on the deli? Well, stick your thumb in it. You see some of the gold coming out of the turquoise up here, but I'm not seeing the red. Isn't that weird? And on here, I'm just seeing a little bit of the gold in the red. This is on the deli. And just the gold in the... Well, I see a little reddish in there. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not. And that shows nothing but blue in the middle there. Isn't that crazy how it shows up different on different papers? So far, the watercolor's the most drastic. Let me see if I can get some of this area to blow up so you can see where the red's breaking out of there. Why is it so hard to pick up on the camera? It's pretty clear here in person. Can you guys come over here? Pain in my butt. Okay. All right. Well, that is what it is. Patti, these are like the Yamamoto ink I bought a black silver that you used once. It does similar things, but it just has the different colors in it, Gail. Yeah, but you know what? Now that you said that, I want to stay, babe. It's okay. You can stay there. I just got to roll back a little bit. Let me grab some bottle inks here. I wonder if it would show in black. Black Bombay. What I'm thinking is, something to put this in. I'm going to try a little experiment. Is that clean? I don't know if it is or not. Yeah, I guess so. This is just Dr. P.H. Martin Bombay Black India ink. And I'm going to put some of this in here. A couple little squirts in there. And then I'm going to put some African Jade primary elements in there. How much? I don't know how much. That much. However much that is, that's what's going in there. I'm just going to use a skewer. I'm not sure black's the best way to go. It might just completely drown out the pigment. I'm not sure. But that's how you learn. You play with this stuff. Ooh. Oh, that might be good. Let's go on the watercolor paper. I don't know if I got enough to get the water. Oh, wow. Look what this has done. Come on. This camera's really starting to tick me off. Well, I'll post stills later. I don't know if this is even enough in here to get it up in my nib. Let me see if I can use the glass nib on that, if that does anything. Oh, yeah. It's still writing. Oops, sorry guys. When this is so zoomed in, those who stream will understand what happens. The center of your desk is no longer the center of your desk. Patti, Patti, could you use your glass pen again? Patti, turn their mic up on the dogs. I can't hear them. Babe is quietly laying hunkered down under my desk. And Mo might have gone back upstairs. I don't know. All right, I'm anxious to see if this does anything. I think it might. Let's try it on some of the deli. Oop, well, that's not good. They're probably all going to rust. Yeah, Marion, it works pretty good. It holds a lot more ink than I would think it would. Now this is kind of skipping a little bit. That's better. Maybe you just have to use it at a certain angle. Let's see what happens there. I know, right? They're just pretty, right? I got this on Amazon. It wasn't that much money. I think, Gayla, you got one too, didn't you? I'm going to take a, what am I going to do with this? This is card style. Let's just put it on all the papers so we have a fair comparison. And there I intentionally blobbed that off in a bigger spot. I wanted to get some up there. And it just keeps going. It's still loaded up. But I want to put some on this and some of this. Let's see what happens. I'm going to get my blob up there if I can. On the rice paper, it comes out green where that you can already see the pigment in there. Wow. And remember, Gail, this is the rice paper is what made those, what the heck were those called? Those Sumi inks that had the gold and the silver pigment in them. They really showed up on this rice paper. And this one seems to be doing the same thing. Wow. I'm going to break this damn thing yet. Mark my words. Let's try to do this. Oh, yeah. See what that did? That just, like the ink went away and the pigment came right to the top. Wow. Can you guys see that changing as it goes through there? I'm going to go over another one, double layer, and see what it looks like. Wow. Holy mackerel, that's cool. Oh, mama like. I think I might have to invest in another bottle of Doc Martens and make me a little bit of that color ink. Look at that. Sometimes it flashes the blue, sometimes you get the green. Hello, lover. Mama like you. Now, let's see, what can I do with this? What's it do on Yupo? I probably need to switch nibs. It's getting really shallow in here. So this is back to the Yupo. Now look what's happened to the red. Even after it was dry, once it cooled off from being heated. Look at that. But that one never showed me anything but the turquoise. That's that sailor. And the brown is just, well, you see a little bit of the goldish in there when it hits the light a certain way, and the green, but it, I don't know. I'm not sure what that black's going to do down there. So here it's starting to dry on the watercolor paper. You can see some of the pigment coming up in that. But nothing like that does. Huh. You know what? I'm going to go wash this little bit out so I don't ruin this little pot. J. Herbine purple. Oh, purple glass pen. I thought you were going to say purple ink. I was like, oh, they should make a purple ink that has the turquoise pigments in it. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. Hang on. There's Mojo. He's laying over here on his puppy bed. Yes, he is. Oh, Lord. I need to come up with a better mixing device. Hang on. Palettes. I'll try one of these. Bottled inks. All right, let's see what I got. What do I have? I have a ton of them, but I just want purple gray. What's that look like? It's more gray than purple. Not what I'm looking for. Oh, this is good. Oh, dioxazine purple. Hello. Hold still, sis. Don't move your paws. We're at a crucial spot here where I'm trying to straddle you. There you go. All right, this is a Liquitex ink, dioxazine purple. Now, I love that watercolor color. Let me zoom this out a little bit more. I'm losing too much workspace here. It's funny, as this sits longer, I'm seeing it. I don't know if you can see this or not. With the red is a little more prominent at the very top of that. No. Ah, crap, you can't hardly see that at all in there. Oh well. Let's move on. It's starting to bore me now. You can't let me get bored. I think the best results so far are on watercolor paper and rice paper. Yupo's kind of interesting too, but only on the 1670 inks. Let's see where that's drying down a little bit more. All right, let's try some of this dioxazine purple. A little bit of that. A little bit of the African jade. I love this color. Not much, for no particular reason why. Oh, look what it's doing. Oh, mama, look at you. I don't know if I can get any in this because it's so shallow. Oh, hello, lover. Ah! Hang on, let me try to get it to you guys to get to see what I'm seeing. I can't seem to make my hands work lately. Hello, lover. All right, let's try. You can even see it in that the little thin streaks. Let's try it with the glass nib in this. I don't know if I can get this deep enough to make it. Yeah, that'll give me some. Maybe. It doesn't work great. This nib doesn't work great to me on this rice paper. It seems a little too draggy. What is the tool Patty's using? Hey, Nancy, this is a calligraphy nib on a dip pen. It's got a kind of hollow pocket back there that holds the ink. So you can either drag it on the tip or drag it on the side to get a wide streak. So if you were a calligraphy artist and knew what you were doing, you could probably use this. I don't draw either, Gail. I just like throwing it around and putting it, adding it into different things that I do sometimes. Let's see. Wow. Holy moly, that's pretty. Wow, that would look really cool just splashed through a collage. Like when I make my ATCs, I'm half tempted just to add some of this into here and call it Patty's ink. I'm going to flip this watercolor paper over and let's see what I get with this little nib. That's not holding too much now. It's too, I think it's a little too shallow. Oh, and that's right. This didn't work right on the watercolor paper because of how rough it is. Right. Look, see, it's working over here. Oh, no, you don't see that, do you? Oh, crap. It won't write on there, but it was writing on here just because of the different weight of the paper and roughness of the paper. Even just those little tiny strokes. Let's see if I can get that flash in there. See the pigment showing up in there? Hello, lover. Let me find an old brush. What's this? This is just a Ranger brush. It's not one of my better brushes. Yeah, that's what I'm getting now, Eileen. All right, here we go. Using a brush. I can see where this is starting to dry up here, a little shimmer. I'm not seeing that separate turquoise purple color yet. Let's see what happens. This is what I'm more inclined to do with it. I can splatter. Oop, and I can drop my pen, my brush on the paper. Oh, but look at that, what it does here. It's the paper. Holy mackerel, look at that. You can see it's starting to break out of there a little bit. I'm going to have to let that dry. It's too dark. You can see it down there a little bit, right? Oh, yes. Hello, lover. But look at this. It's almost cool if you let it kind of separate out. So when this tails off, you get just the purple. I like how the purple kind of travels out and gives you a dark border on it too. I see mermaid tails in here, Zandra. This is the dioxazine purple Liquitex. acrylic ink and the African Jade. Hello. Primary Elements by Color Art. Hello. Woo, there we go. Colorart.com. Color with a U, art with an E. That's the African Jade. Hey, Gail. There's another Gail. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Let me do something else. Let's do, watch your feet, baby. Don't move. Let's try some Bombay teal. And what else do I have? Let's try that. Oops, sorry, honey. Be still. There you go. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Okay, this is the Bombay and teal. Oh, the African Jade is great, Joan. I think you need some of that. I really do. I think everybody needs a little African Jade in their life. So in this one, I'm going to do the opposite and put this in, which you can't see anymore, but this is thistle. Thistle! And get that off my palette knife. I'm going to put in that much, which means nothing to me and nothing to you, I'm sure. And let's give that a little mixeroo. That looks pretty right there in the, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but that's pretty nice right there. All right, let's do, well, I got this. Oh, this is starting to dry now. Look at that. Hello, lover. Look at this splat that just happened. You can't hate that. And these are drying down, but you don't really see it until they start to dry more. Joan, let me know if you want me to order you some primary elements, and I'll have them here for you. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. Oh, it's not going to show up as great on there. It's distinctly purple and teal here. Let me see if I can get it better on the watercolor paper. All right, let's see what happens here. Let me go with my brush. Get a little bit of blobs down there. Let's do it over here. I think these colors are more, they're closer together in shade and hue or whatever than the purple ink was with the jade in it. This is a darker purple pigment. Just trying to slap this down before I, whoop. that's really, I don't know if you can see the reflection. It's really reflective. But not as quite two-toned as you see over here. And I think that's just because it was a darker pigment. Yeah, that one doesn't look as cool. Oh, hang on, Jen. I just see you got censored. Let me open up links for you. Okay, you can try links again, Jen. Wow, 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 wowee. Let's, you know what? For shits and giggles, as we say here, let's do a little, I'm just going to do a little bit of the teal with the African jade. Just for gigs. Yep. Wow, look how that's melting down in there, how bright that is. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's going to be real flashy. Let me get another piece of watercolor paper. Here's my watercolor paper. Here's another couple scraps. Hey, Orla. All right, that's really pretty. It settles out pretty fast. Whoa! Now that's just like made a metallic ink out of that teal. And that's often the color. It's greener than that, but man, is that shimmery. Hang on, let's try something over here with this. Oh! It's really reflective and a gorgeous color. Oh my. This is going to be an expensive little venture, I'm afraid. I think Leslie recently had a coupon code out on color art. Oh, you know what? Look at Anne-Marie Ritterhoff. She does the acrylic pours from Denmark. And she's been using primary elements in her pours recently, and she had a coupon code. Bye, Sarah. Glad you could stop in. That's... Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Mama gonna be making up some inks. Oh, that's starting to dry down. Now you can see the two-tone coming out in there. See that light minty green of the African jade? Hello, lover. And that's it out of same thing out of the nib. Oh yeah, look at that mess. It was so pretty. And here's this dried down even further. And now you're starting to see a little bit more. Well, it doesn't show up as much on camera. You just have to trust me. All right. Wow. So now look at this. This is crazy how the same thing, right? This was the black with the African jade right there. Look at it on Yupo. It's just black. Like, where did it go? Where did all the pigment go? That's crazy. Huh. What are you going to do? Okay, now let's, I want to play with these rose gold things here. Yes, the Queen's ink does carry primary elements, Orla. Kathy, are you asking how the primary elements and inks would look on a rubber stamp? Is that your question? Bye, Terry. Thanks for joining. I'll wait for Kathy to come back before I switch messes here to see if she... I'm thinking you guys are talking about stamping something. Okay, yes is the answer. Of course it is. Hang on. Let me, what the hell's all over that piece? That's a goner. Oh, my last sheet on this one, but that's okay. I've got more of those. I'm figuring we're going to have to put it on something like a painter's palette to pick up the ink. So let me see. Let me see. I think I want to use something wood mounted. This one has all kind of, oh, look, and never used, and I'm going to ink it up just for you, Kathy. This is a collage stamp, and I've never used it, but it's got some of my favorite images in it. Like these diamonds, I have that in a separate stamp. I have some of this in a separate stamp, and I forget. But anyway, understand you're going to use the primary elements for ink for the collage. Did I understand that you are going to use your primary elements? I did do that. And I'm going to do it on the stamp right now. So let's get a piece of cardstock. And how the hell am I going to do this? Okay, let's go back to the purple. Let's make some purple. I don't know how much I have to make for that. And some African jade primary elements. Give that a little mix. Now, how in the hell am I going to get this on the stamp? Brayer it on? Put this on my palette and use a brayer maybe? You think? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Anybody got a better idea? Hey, Kelly. Oh, welcome. Is it Erin Kelly? Glad you could join us. Yeah, I got some new inks, and then I'm now mixing some old inks with primary elements, and they're coming out spectacular. Brayer on to yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm going to do. Good idea, Debbie. All right. So I guess I'm just going to dump this on my paper palette. Prepare yourself for a big old sponge. Wouldn't that get down in the in all the cracks though? I don't know. Hey, King. Let's try this first. I'm going to dump some out here. And let's brayer that out a little bit. Oh, Mama, look at you. Now, maybe not so good. Well, that's just filling up all the holes too, to be honest. Man, it's really not grabbing much. Maybe my brayer's not so good. Well, before I totally screw it up and it dries, let's give it a go, shall we? Oh, mercy. Oh, that's a lot clearer than I thought it was going to come out. But I don't see much of the, well, as it's drying, I'm starting to see some of the flash of color. I see it's prettier on here right now. Wow. That's hard to get that spread around on there, I gotta tell you. Maybe I'm out of practice braring. How long has it been since I've been on my jelly plate? A long time, people, long time. It's a pretty crisp impression, to tell you the truth. But, let me try to get some of that off of my, where the hell's my baby wipes? Here we go. All right, it actually is starting to show some of the two-tone. See down the bottom here? Let's see if I can get this to reflect right on the focus. There we go. You can see some of the two-tone. Good idea, Kathy. Look at that. There you can see the two-tone. Wow. Oh, Mama going to be making some inks. That's a good idea. Oh, yeah, blonde. That would have been a good idea to press the stamp into the palette. Hello. I'm not that smart, honestly. I've told you that before. But that'll work. All right, I wanted to wrap up at 4 o'clock, and I'm running out of time, so I'm going to switch up and go to the rose gold. And I'm going to need a couple mediums to put some of that in. Watch your toes, honey. Watch your little toes, girl. You better watch your toes. All right. What do we have? Light paste, glazing medium. Yeah, let's try to grab a couple of these things here. And I'm going to play with this rose gold pigment that I got. Put them on deli paper for a kill. Oh, yeah, Kathy, that would be great, wouldn't it? The more they dry, the more you're starting to see the reflection of the turquoise pigment in there. Really cool. You people have such good ideas. Yes, you do. Yeah, I didn't forget them, Denise. I'm just running out of time, then I won't be able to play with those today. But I did want to do, I'm going to grab a piece of cardstock and another little strip of watercolor. And let's play with these rose gold. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a little bit, oh lordy, matte medium. Let's do a little matte medium. And I also want to make a watercolor with some of that Schminke medium. I don't know if I'll get to do that or not. What are you going to do tonight, Z? This is glazing medium. And this is light molding paste. Oh, babe, hush. Oh, sucked it all out of there. That's different. Hush, honey. You're going to have to wait a minute. Almost done. I knew 2 hours was going to be your limit today for some reason. Oh, cool, Z. Good. Babe, you can wait a minute. You're not the boss, really. You really are not the boss. Am I in the crap out of the frame again? Well, I shouldn't have put this on both. That was silly. All right. That was kind of silly. What you doing, baby girl? Why don't you come over here and lay down? Hmm? Now this is with a molding paste. Some of these, I think, some of the mediums, even though they dry clear, they seem to take a little bit of the shimmer out of some of the metallic pigments. All right, now let's see. This is Pearl-Ex. No, the rose gold, this is Pearl-Ex. Rose gold. I saw this when I was at Jet Pens looking for a couple other things, and I thought, I'll just grab it there. All right. This was matte medium, right? This was glazing medium. And this is just on cardstock. Babe, wait a minute, honey. And this is the molding paste. Actually, that's a nice shimmer that's in there. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to grab a different piece of watercolor paper and just use what I have here and plop it on watercolor. What was that? Matte medium. I should put those in order. Matte medium, glazing medium. I got to do that. I can't remember. What's the matter, baby girl? All right, I'm going to hit these with a heat gun. Patty, have another. Oh, hang on. I have another package from Amazon. Can you play with it if you use the peel off palette? Amory noticed the reports of primary elements too. Yep, uses Leslie's medium. They come out really good. Yeah, that's Babe. That's not Mojo crying. He's the good one. Woo! She's the knucklehead. These are coming out real orange on camera, but they're very rosy in person. They look copper on camera. What's the matter? I'm almost done. I know you don't need anything. You eat, you have water, you've had treats, you've been outside. Right before I came down. All right, while these dry, I want to do this is the Finnabar, one of her new metallic wax in rose gold. And this stuff actually smells good. Most of this stuff stinks to high heavens, but it smells good. Not that you want to go around sniffing it all day. Just saying. And then this is the Dina Wakley Paint and Rosy. Let's put a little, do that by brush and see what. No, I shouldn't. I should just do my finger because that's how I did everything else. It's very metallic. And it does have a rosy tint to it. It's very high sheen. Hey Mo, what's the matter, baby? What's Mo Bop want? What my Mojo want? This wax is kind of cool. It kind of shifts. Like it's got a two-tone rosiness to it. Hang on. Yes. Well, you're not seeing the right colors on camera, Z. This is showing up real coppery, and it's not. It's more. It's a lot redder. No, I shouldn't say redder. But this compared to that does have more of a mauve hue to it for sure. Wow, the Dina paint is coming out like a mirror. See the sheen on that paint here in the corner? That's the Dina Wakley Rose Gold Acrylic. Oh, I just put my finger in it. Great. That's the Fin wax. That's the Dina again. Looks like the cardstock sucks up more of the color of that. This doesn't come out showing as nice on camera as it is in person. It's a lot pinkier than it looks. All of them are a lot pinkier than it looks. Oh, really? Finn's bringing her stuff to Michael's too? Oh, Lordy, look out. Oh, no. Don't tell me these things. All right. Well, look where that's drying on my palette. I love that. All right, I'm going to take some stills of this and get on about my day. My husband will be home from his golf weekend shortly. I'm sure they're done playing by now. They're probably doing their little, they do a cookout at a park. Usually we have the cookout here for them, but they went in a different direction for their 3 courses they played this week. So my services of doing a cookout for them were not required this time. We usually have 30 golfers over here for a cookout that I get ready for all day. Well, then they'll let Dave tee off first. Thanks, CB. So he can get home first and get the grill fired up while I got everything else going. And then they come here and they have a little party and eat and drink and give out their awards for who won the tournament, and usually have a champagne toast and then throw champagne on each other, usually me. And but we're not doing that today because they're in a different direction. So I was going to show you something else. I do not know. But anyway, here's kind of the dried up versions of what we did. I really like that. Brilliant, Kathy. Touch of genius on occasion. Here's the stuff on UFO. I like the red. You can see the green and the gold in there. This just shows a purple sheen, and usually it breaks out into red and green. Oh, there you saw a little bit of the green coming through there on the brown. But that had to sit that long for that green to start to show up. Remember what I showed you before, even when it was dry? It wasn't showing. But here, who was that came in late? Here's the inks I was mixing with the primary elements. I had purple ink here. I mixed with African Jade. This is African Jade in black. And this was teal with Thistle, which is a purple. It's not showing up on screen, the right colors, but look at those. Yum-alicious. And here's the teal with the African Jade, the teal ink with the African Jade in that. And that's just on different, this is on watercolor paper. All right, and this was on Deli. That really didn't show you much, just a little bit of gold coming up in each of the colors. You can see in the blue, a little bit of gold. I'm coming, honey. Give me 2 minutes. All right, and then here was cardstock. And you just see a little bit of shimmer in those. You don't really see that color popping out, except for this one that turned like all orange because of the gold on top of it. It's crazy how they react different on different papers, but watercolor and rice paper are the best examples for what these can do. And the UPO wasn't bad on some. And this is cardstock with a stamp. I really like that. You're right, I got to do some of those on Deli. Maybe we'll do that next time. I'm going to let these dry so I can take some stills. And I think I'm going to go. I'll talk to you good people later. Thanks so much for joining me. I know it was kind of last minute again, but that's me, last minute Lucy. Pretty much the last 8 months have been last minute. But anyway, it's going to take me a minute to save my video and close out, but I'll say goodbye to the YouTubers now. Thanks for watching.